All right, it's cloudy and super calm here in South Louisiana. It would be a great day to be in the marsh, but you know, these stupid sockeye haunt my dreams this time of year, particularly on days that are overcast and kind of dreary and gloomy, like today. Don't exactly have perfect conditions though, because water temps are still down 56 degrees. Last year, the first time I caught sockeye in this river, water temps were 67, so 11 degrees colder. I don't know if they're pulled up to spawning beds yet, but they may. I don't know how today is going to go. I really don't have a clue, but I'm hoping if nothing else to run into a few catfish, maybe some brim, and definitely hoping for some sockeye. Let's see how it goes. All right, now the water today is super high. We've had an east wind for days. Obviously it's not blowing today, but it has been blowing. And this river I'm fishing dumps into a tidal lake called Lake Pontchartrain. When you get a lot of east wind, the water backs up in that lake, and hence it backs up in the river. So the water is really up. It's not especially clean, not especially dirty. I'll show you my trolling motor. You can see it. I've seen it better, but I'll take this. I'm starting with a black pink Matrix Mini on a 1/32 ounce jig head. I got it maybe 2.5 feet below my little bitty cork. Oh, there's a fish. And it's a cat. There we go. All right, I knew we might run into some cats. And these little catfish are just as good eating as those sockeye, so I don't mind catching these at all. All right, introduce you to your new home. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, that's a brim. It's actually a very nice brim. Well, that's a good sign. Seeing them bite in water this cold. Hopefully that means the sockeye will be up as well. Definitely keeping him. Oh, shoot. That was definitely a sockeye. My cork came up. It was sitting flat and then it came up. I had him hooked up for a second. I saw the fish, but didn't land him. Now, as I mentioned, normally I like fishing these things on gloomy, cloudy days like today, but with this water temp down, some sun might actually help us. Warm up these flats just a little bit, get these fish inspired to feed. Oh, nice catfish. Oh no, a bass. I'm sorry, a little bass. Quite the variety today. How long and skinny this bass is, my goodness. Everything but sockeye. Oh, what is that? I threw in his mouth. Ooh, that's a pig. It's a big old sock. All right, there we go. Man, don't break my line, dude. A freshwater seafood platter. It's a big white crappie. A bunch of these on this river. Catch more blacks than whites, but I'll take this one. Always nice catching the first sockeye of the year. Just such an awesome fish. On that one, I made a long cast, kind of looked away for a second, looked back, and my cork was about an inch below the surface. Ooh, another bass. That's why you come for the giant bass. Now, the last area we left was a narrow canal with a lot of brush and vegetation. And as you can see, it's a very different terrain here. This is lots and lots and lots of cypress trees. Definitely some brush down here as well. But the cypress trees are the main attraction for the fish in this little stretch. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to fish a little bit deeper than this 2 feet that I'm currently fishing, but we'll see. Now, I've had 40 fish days on this river. but that's never really my expectation. A good day for me here is a dozen to 16 sockeye. I'll take that anytime. And it typically gets better as the season rolls along. You need that water temperature to get up and more fish to move up to spawn. Right now water temps are, as I mentioned, 57 degrees. That's cool. Oh, it looks like the sun's popping out. I think that could actually help us. Now, the water here is not nearly as nice as in that canal where we started. You can see the trolling motor, but not as well. It's definitely a little milky. We got some rain this weekend. Doesn't take a whole lot to dirty this river up. It's fishable. They'll definitely bite in this. We can find some. And one thing about sockeye, they're extremely color conscious. They're going to bite certain colors one day and not a whole lot else. They also hold to specific heights or specific depths, I guess. And so you got a few things to try and figure out in that puzzle. If you're not getting bites, you don't know if it's because you're using the wrong color, or if you're fishing the wrong depth, or if you're in an area that just isn't holding fish. Now on this slip cork rig, I use a bigger cork with a 1/16 ounce jig head. And the reason I do that is because if you use a 1/32, it just takes the line so long to fall through the cork. You just get kind of a slow fall, really slow fall, and sometimes it just gets hung up. The line won't fall because there's not enough weight. All right, I've come back in this canal where I started. Man, let me tell you, I've run all over the place today. Just can't get a lot of bites at all. I think this water's just too cold. These fish are just not pulled up yet, or not in any significant numbers. I hit a lot of really good areas with some really pretty decent water. Definitely fishable. Should have caught a few fish. So I've come back here. The only place I've gotten really any significant bites today, and this kind of grass patch here is where I caught my only crappie, my only sockeye. So I'm just gonna see if there's any others here before I call it a day. Oh, there we go. There's another one. Not a big one, but a sockeye. Right kind at least. And that's a black crappie. Boy, is he little though. Pretty. Big enough to fillet. That Cajun Lures Slim Jimmy last year was my favorite bait. I threw it a fair amount today and didn't get a lot of bites. The hot bait today has been this Matrix Mini, which we kind of have a little bit customized. I don't know what it is about that Matrix Mini, but man, it's a fish catcher. It's usually my favorite bait out here. Last year it seemed like that Slim Jimmy out caught it, but who knows, maybe this year it'll be a Matrix Mini year again. Oh, there's one. There's a nice sockeye. All right, there we go. There, we're putting a little run together. How about that? It's another black. To be honest, I like these more than the whites. They're just prettier in my opinion. All right, that's why you don't give up. I was hoping that sun would warm up these flats and get these fish a little inspired, and that definitely seems to be happening. Oh, there's another one. That's a nice sockeye. Nope, not a nice one, just a sockeye. Also a black, on the black. All right. All right. You know, that's just those males that are moving up, preparing those beds for those females. And crappie fishing 101, you want to keep throwing into the same hole because they stack up like cordwood. And it seems like one of those deals you could be 6 inches away and not get a bite. You got to be right on top of them. Oh, missed him. I don't know what it is about this. Man, I just love it. You know, it's February. Most fishing is pretty tough right now. And right when fishing in the marsh gets to be about the toughest, that's when these sockeye turn on. give you something else to do. And I really love pursuing these things. They are a blast to catch. Oh, there's another one. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right. All right. They're all in that same hole, all in that same spot. He's not that big, but he's a keeper. Another male, I suspect, but I'll check when I get home. Man, what a perfect reminder that spring is right around the corner. And not only because it's getting really warm out here, but this sockeye fishing, we're right at the beginning of it. It gets better and better as the weeks move along. The water temperature comes up, gets a little more stable. All the black crappie we caught today were definitely males. Those females are gonna be right behind them for sure. And that means I'll be right behind them as well. All right, well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the Marshman Masson channel on YouTube. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever we post a new video. And until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh or here in the swamp, we'll see you right here on Marshman Masson.